tippy toes.
I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with the wish list. They come with the wish list. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with the wish list. They come with the wish list.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels got changed to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up. Didn't wanna know then, now I bet they're loving us no more.
From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Ball is teed up. Joshua Carty to do the honors. And here we go from LA. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Motioning left is their running back. That's caught. It's Cade Otton. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completes this one to Otton. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
He's got a man left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Has it in close. He has the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, Ooh, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Bulls will jump out to a 7-0 lead. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The first carry now for Kyron Williams. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So the defense decides to decline the penalty. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Fields. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Fields on 3rd. Almost an opening drive interception, but that winds up on the ground. Incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That just misses the 50 mark, gets a 49-yard punt. And they're going to take over possession. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Running right, it's Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And it'll give him a 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. To throw here on 1st down. This one's taken in by Otten. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Look into the air here. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Picked up by the Rams. Free up the middle. Gets a breakaway. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he's in for the big play touchdown. Oh, an exceptionally painful penalty as it sets up 1st and 10 now inside the red zone. Running it after the penalty. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Now a pause to attend to an injured player, and this is a worrying sight. It is Saquon Barkley who was hurt on the play. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Throwing from the gun. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Rams will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? I'll put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball. Could go right over their head.
Fields on 1st down. This is reeled in by Pittman. On the move, past the 40. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's going to run this one well into the red zone to the 14. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Play action, Fields. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the 1st quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Rams football. They're hoping to convert here on 2nd and goal. They try again with Williams. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. Just 2 yards there on 2nd and goal, and still a ways to go now on 3rd.
Well, you're getting a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
On 3rd and goal, here's Fields. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, LA! Great opportunity to find a a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams tie this game 7-7. Carty has it all teed up and ready to send it away. From his own end zone, here we go. A big hit there. He's not even going to make it back to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Grabbed by Chris Godwin. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Cuts it to the right sideline. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense right there on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And that carry only gets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body drills. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Pass play now. Completed over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He'll throw it. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That one's incomplete over the middle. First time this game they've looked to him. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They send a receiver in motion right. On first and 10, it's Fields. Over to Pittman on the sideline, caught. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Fields out of the gun. That's caught for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Another throw for Fields. Has him on the quick hitter. Still has some space inside the 35. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Bulls take possession as he makes his fourth interception of our season. And just like that, a really good drive is taken away with an INT.
Sure was a lot of promise on that series, right? Yeah. That's a small silver lining for them at the very least, but probably won't be much comfort now. And it's going to feel even worse when this quarterback watches the tape tomorrow. This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up first and 10 from the 40. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up second and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 32. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
All right, all set up now. First and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Able to hit Palmer, complete. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be a first down. Back to throw. Has it down close. Touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
McLaughlin, attack on the extra point. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft it and try to stick him deep. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And he won't opt to bring this one out. Content to keep it in the end zone and start their drive at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They send him left out of the slot. First down throw for Fields. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. They're set up at the 35 now. Shotgun snap to Fields. That's complete to Pittman. And he'll get it up to the 44. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. The 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Here we go, son.
Fields looking to throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Jamel Dean makes the play. And the Bulls will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book. That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 43. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing now from the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only 2 seconds left in the half, so on comes the field goal unit. It's just a 26-yarder down the middle. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that pushes the lead up to 13. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action, Fields. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Another run for Williams. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Takes this in at the 25. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And it's going to be their football coming up. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Barkley trying this up the gut. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tackle made by Cameron Curl. Managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Past midfield to the 45. And he gets this down to the 38. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And they'll have 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
Trying again, following the sack. Finds him over the middle. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain, but boy, Brock, what a shot. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Throwing from the gun here.
importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll give him a 16-point advantage.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Get after him, offense.
Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
New set of downs for him at the 38. All in left side. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Stopped that time by Jamel Dean.
Here we go.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Fields. Looking right, and he finds it. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
He's on the move. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a 1st. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Fields on 1st down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last 2nd attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Don't jump, ready?
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Complete out to the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their 1st sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like the pass rush today isn't there, well, the other areas of the team pick each other up.
Look, again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And the back-to-back sacks, nice work by the defense there, sets them up with a third down.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Fields now, 3rd and long. Cut near the goal line. And that's a Los Angeles touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So the Rams keep the offense out there. They're deciding to try for 2.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. Oh, and he's got a man open. Complete. And he gets into the end zone. That is exactly why they went for 2 right there, Brock. It's back down to a 1-possession game.
Joshua starting to kick off for the Rams.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They go with Barkley here. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Jared Verse on the tackle. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's still just a 1-score game as we resume play in the 4th. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking for a throw here. Sideline, he's got it, and he gets the feet down too. That's 16 on the pickup, and that gives them the 1st. They run it with Saquon. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. This one's taken in by Otten. And they take him down right along the 30. That's a pickup of 9. And they're going to have a 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and throw it here. This ball's cut by Palmer. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle. Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. With a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
And the Rams add a man to the secondary. We've got 5 in the nickel, third down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Catch made over the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it'll give him a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series. When you ask a lot of your defenders on that field, it is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only to stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. A give to Barkley. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. The Rams showing a nickel look. Third down coming up. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he turns a little room to work into a game down at the 9. They give him 5 in total. Now it's going to be 4th and 1.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage. It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap to Fields. Rolling left, buying some time. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Flush down now to his left. That one gains 7. And it brings up an LA first down.
You know, before the snap, you know, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Off play action, it's Fields. He's throwing deep to the left side. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Looking for Michael Pittman Jr. on that throw. So it's 2nd down coming up.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Putting a receiver in motion. 2nd down and 10, Fields. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he finds him in the end zone for an LA touchdown. The Rams now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. That was just gorgeous football right there. He saw the window, just had to wait for his guy to float toward it. And that pass fit in beautifully for the touchdown.
Kate, this is one of those moments where a quarterback's got to take his pre-snap read and make sure he confirms it quickly post-snap. And when he does, and he's got space to fit that post in, like you said, it's a thing of beauty.
For the 2-point conversion.
Fields out of the gun. Vacates quickly left side. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead.
Bulls 26, Rams 21.
They knew what they had to do, Brock. They got the score and now need to pull off this onside kick. Rams are pointing. We'll wait and see. They got it back. Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore, but he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's Saquon. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now a pause to attend to an injured player, and this is a worrying sight. It is Saquon Barkley who was hurt on the play. Second and 6 coming up here. They go to Barkley again. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll give them a first down. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Bulls with a 5-point lead. They have themselves another 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Barkley. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
To the ground with Barkley. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now the Rams are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Running right, it's Barkley. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A gain of 6, and that brings up an interesting 4th and short call.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So Chase McLaughlin is on in a high-pressure spot. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game. Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Returning it from the 4. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Forced out to his right. He's on the move. And they'll have the 1st down, but we're inside of 20 seconds to play now. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
He'll look to throw it. Try and push it deep downfield. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. So 2nd down coming up.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
Back to throw. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And they're still left. Brocky brings in the touchdown, and now they've got a shot to force overtime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
One final shot here. And he's in for 2. Down to their final chance, and they likely force overtime. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Starting from the 5. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, Brock, 4 quarters, couldn't decide a winner. And now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. So as we go through this coin toss, Brock, I'm sure most of our fans know it, but this is something that can decide the game. If the team who gets it first scores a touchdown, the game is over. But if they only kick a field goal, their opponent gets it with a shot to win or tie. And if we play beyond those 2 possessions, the next score would then win. From the jaws of defeat, they snatch this game away. And now we're off in overtime to decide it. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Pittman, the man in motion left. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug of war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
From the 33 on 2nd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Fields on third. Another man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
The Rams are set to punt. And in overtime, this has to be struck well. His work begins at the 31. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They're set up at the 35 now. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
2nd and 3 now. From the 42. Lays out left side and gets it. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
This is one of those plays you're going to see on tape this week, I guarantee you. Not because of the catch, but because of the effort. Lays out and brings in the off-target throw.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Back now, pressure on its way. Throwing the out route complete. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Running is Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll be stopped after getting this down to the 31. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Second and 6 coming up here. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he's stopped. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
And the kick team comes on. A chance to win it here in overtime. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And that'll leave them with just 1 remaining in overtime. So Chase McLaughlin is on in a high-pressure spot. It's on the right hash for this 39-yarder. The kick is good. He got it. And they've taken back the lead. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And they only needed to set him up with a